The 365 shelter is a volunteer-driven night shelter for up to 15 people who we know were sleeping rough in Bristol. So I'm Alex, and my job here is to coordinate the 365 shelter along with my colleague Ed. Someone who has been sleeping rough in the city would meet with an outreach worker and would talk about their background and what kind of vulnerabilities they have. And in cases where it's appropriate for someone to come to a shelter that's run by volunteers, they would be referred in our direction. So they'd be told that they can come to the shelter from 10 o'clock at night and they can sleep there for as long as it takes to find somewhere to live more permanently. Every night of the week, 2 of our volunteers open the shelter for up to 15 guests who've been referred for use of the shelter that evening. The volunteers provide tea, coffee, some conversation and some company, and also are in the best position to pass on messages from maybe workers who are supporting them to find housing or to access other services around the city. Our volunteers are offering people somewhere safe and secure to sleep overnight, which is something they wouldn't necessarily have access to in other services and certainly haven't had when they were sleeping on the street. Caring in Bristol have been running the 365 shelter since March 2017. 102 different people have been recommended to the shelter in that time, and at the moment our volunteer team has 78 volunteers, and we're always in need of more.
Well, I found it remarkably rewarding for myself, and I personally don't find it difficult. I don't find it chore. It just takes up a bit of my time and nothing more.
I would say that you appreciate the life that we've got and how things can be.
Your bed.
Yeah, you appreciate the bed, and if you have a night that's not in your own bed and is a little less comfortable, then that's just
It's
almost
a small
like,
price to pay.
do you know what? That's what some people have got to have it all the time. So
Yeah.
you know, we're still sheltered. You know, we're still under cover,
Yeah.
and we're on something fairly comfortable. You know, it just makes you sort of realise how lucky we are to be able to help, really.
Yeah.
I would encourage anyone who's thinking of volunteering in Bristol generally to come and volunteer with us. Volunteers that we talked to from the team have told us that it really changed their perception of homelessness. They were very surprised to find how many people work, how many people have great aptitudes and great skills and great abilities, how independent many people are, how very human people are, and how very understandable and very relatable a lot of people's situations are as people find themselves homeless for reasons that are not traditional and probably aren't the ones most of us read about in the newspaper.